Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Yes, I've got the big boy. I've got the Ultramarines Primarch here. Is it Roboute Guilliman here, the Primarch of the Ultramarines, the Space Smurfs, the Ultra Smurfs. Looks really quite cool on the box. The actual photograph of the figure looks nice. Now, he is massive, contains 1/18 scale. That should go to the top of the head, I think, or maybe the top of this part, not sure. Collector's action figure and accessories. So, in the lore, he's huge, and he's an absolute unit for 1/18 scale being 18 cm, because most 1/18 scale figures nowadays are 10, 10.5. Before they're maybe 9.5, coming on 10. So he's like double the size of an old school 3.75 or 1/18 scale figure. Not much to see on the back. On the side, the back shows a picture. So he comes with 2 alternate hands, a masked helmet, the sword, and a power fist left hand, or open power fist left hand. Looks like it's got a closed power fist left hand from the actual back of the box. Does look good. It is a different box opening. It's literally a slide open box as opposed to a open the top or bottom. So this is new as well, which is nice. Alright, that tape is done. Let's get our initial look. What's inside? It is opening, exciting times. Now this came a few days ago, but I've been in England. I just got back to China today. And today is the 26th of August 2023. So this is quite a very recent release. Yeah! Ta-da! And that does look spectacular. He is an... Oh, he's got a foot base as well. He is an absolute unit. Right, I'm going to unbox him, set him up. If you want to see sort of content as soon as it's uploaded, then please consider joining the Patreon. It's free for 7 days. You can cancel anytime in that 7 days. It will not cost you a penny. Link in the top right of your screen now. And you also get to see everything as soon as it's uploaded before it comes onto YouTube. And there's exclusive content. Also, you do get free, inclusive, and extra entries into our prize draws and raffles when we have them. Okay, let me just pause this, set him up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. Wow. He does look phenomenal. Now, everything so far I like, and they JoyToy have made a change to the shoulder articulation in regards to the pauldrons, which is exactly the same thing I said that should have been done. How many months ago I've been saying that? I don't know, maybe a year ago. And they've sort of copied what I said. Well, not saying they copied what I said. These are the same idea that I said. Whether they listened to me or whether they just thought of it themselves, who knows. But anyway, it's a good news. The only thing that I'm going to say that I'm not so keen on, this is not JoyToy's fault, this is just from the lore, is his size. I love big chunky action figures, but he just looks like a giant amongst humans, a giant amongst men, you know. He does look very, very large, but he's got such a commanding shelf presence. He's going to be awesome. Okay, so we get one standard foot plate with him there. We get the closed power fist hand. So we also fist bump you in the face. We get a right hand open. We get a right hand fist. And yes, I've got a plaster. I managed to poke myself in my finger with a razor. And what's that? And his head, sorry, his unmasked, unhelmeted head, which is here. Which the paint job is pretty good. Very, with the laurels there, very sort of Julius Caesar-esque. And we see that the head articulation is different to previously, which is interesting. Not the same head. This is like a finger puppet, like a small finger. Yeah, hello, I'm the Primarch. Look at me, I'm gonna rid the galaxy of all the Xenos and chaos. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, almost. They've got a smaller finger. Got a nice sort of a finger puppet there. So interesting that they've gone for a different style of articulation on the actual head there. Very, very cool. Let's get a close look at him. Here's a big boy, great helmet. The details, the gold, the blue. We see there's inking, you can see it on the fingers. Can't see the inking so much on the gold. All the little skulls going around on that sort of ammo chain belt there. he's just ornately detailed. Also, I think the sword could have had a better paint scheme done, but he does look absolutely amazing. What's that? His pulse or something? Oh, who knows what that one is. Very, very nice indeed. Nice parts here inside, but unfortunately I'm pretty sure that they won't move, these little pistons, when his ankles articulate, but never mind. Still looks absolutely fantastic. He is a beast. So we're going to go through... Oh, he's going to stand up for me or not? We'll go through articulation, then we'll look at his size and a comparison as per normal, what to expect on this channel. So let's get his sword out of his hand. The hand, obviously bigger than other hands, Space Marine hands, but you know, they're pliable, they're malleable. You can actually move the fingers around to put things in. And also this seems to be the same articulation method as than the other normal hands. It appears to be just a barbell, double barbell peg. That's what it appears to be. So okay, articulation. So we'll see what I mean about the shoulders in a second. Anything on the backpack, the nozzles I believe are, not telling a lie, nozzles move. You can turn the nozzles on the backpack. Pretty cool. I don't think anything else moves on it. This little wire just popped out of here, but that's okay. Just a push fit, and everything else I believe is non-movable. Glory, might. Okay, so nozzles move. We saw head. He gets a side to side, forwards, backwards. He can turn. Shoulders. If you can see inside here, there is a separate joint, that black part, for the actual pauldron, so it can move independently of him. So for the shoulders, where the Space Marines are suffer, he's going to suffer too, is the lateral raise. But look at that, he's almost at flat, almost at 80 degrees, 90 degrees, sorry, there. So his lateral raise is greatly improved over the other Space Marines. Now where he's going to suffer with these pauldrons being so damn big, he's trying to turn his arm all the way around. That's because the pauldron's going to sort of get in the way. Ooh, it might do it with the backpack, his armor. So you can go all the way forwards on that too, which is nice. He's got a double elbow joint. He's also got a bicep swivel here. Double elbow joint, but depending where you line it up, depending on the angle you get, his forearm is getting in the way. He's got just over 90 degrees there. He can get more. And there's the bicep swivel for turning. Then that's a barbell joint on the hand, so he gets a movement in all directions and turn. This side, it's got the big sort of forearm protector, is under 90 degrees. The path is turns, but there's no other articulation. I'm assuming actually it'd be the same for this. But it's going to plug in, but it's going to have no room to turn, no room to move forwards, backwards, right, left, just turn. In fact, that will be the same for that. I can see that already. That is that gun stroke flamer. It looks like it could be a flamer because of that, but I don't know. But his gun looks awesome on there. He should have upper body, I'm hoping, or am I just imagining that? No, he has, but it's just very stiff. There we go. He can move forwards and backwards, side to side, and sort of turn. Waist turns together. Forwards is okay. Backwards is alright. Sideways is alright, and sideways is alright. Hips, forwards. Wow, I was not expecting that. Look at that. Kick out chaos, kick out the Xeno is amazing. Where it's going to fall down is probably sideways. Backwards, things might get in the way. Yeah, so only this far backwards and things get in the way. His leg starts going to the side. Sideways, the hip arm, the fight arm just gets in the way. So it's only thus far. But it's okay, or so far I should say. There is a thigh twist. He has a double knee. Oh, that's awesome. Except it comes out. He has a double kneecap or single knee. Double kneecap. So there's pistons on the first part you see here. But if you keep bending, they'll come out, which is a shame. So about to there. And you can bend the lower knee. And it's not so ugly. It's not bad. So that's a really nice feature. Should make those pistons a little bit longer. ankle, it should be just a ball. So those pistons we saw earlier don't move. So he gets a tilt right and left. He gets a small tippy toe, small dorsiflexation. He gets a boot turn, and he has the toe articulation. But the toe articulation just feels too gentle, too soft, not stiff enough for his bulk, his weight. He's a fantastic looking figure. I'm not going to swap the heads around or the hands around, but we'll show you his head again to get an idea. Much prefer a helmeted figure. Okay, let me get my trusty tape measure and let's measure him. So, height to the top of his head is indeed about 18 cm. To the top of his sort of spikes on this backpack part there is around about 20 cm, I would say. So he is a tall dude. And then width from widest point to widest point is about 14 cm. Big boy. Now, you'll see how big it is. Let's compare him to an Invicta Warsuit pilot, body 1. It's also going to be an Ultramarine. So this is his boss, his big boss, literally his big boss. Dang. It's like bring your kid to school day, you know, whatever, you know, or to work day, you know, to work day, or Halloween, you know. We're getting a intercessor. Towers above. Now we're going to get a good idea of scale. If I zoom out slightly and come backwards, I'll get this Invicta Warsuit pilot's Invicta Warsuit to get an idea of how he scales against something that's massive. The biggest, I think these are bigger than Redemptors. Some of the biggest release in the game thus far. And you see that he scales, even though this is massive, he still scales very well against this huge warsuit. He is just huge. Now, to get another idea of scale, let's compare him to a 1/12 scale. Actually, this is the Death Dealer who I've got on my desk from Shang-Chi, Legend of the whatever rings, 10 rings, 12 rings, 6 rings, who knows. And you can see that he is actually bigger than this Marvel Legend. He is indeed a very big boy. Very cool indeed. Great release. I love that articulation on the shoulders. I hope they can scale it down for the smaller figures on the other Marines. But make a whole big difference. A big heap of difference even. Can't even speak now. That will be fantastic. Good release. I think they've done a cracking job. It may not be everyone's cup of tea because, you know, the size, you know, and being a in speech marks human, and also, you know, you got some inking, but look at the gold here. There's no inking on the gold, you know, so more effort could have been put in. But having said that, he is fantastic. Okay, this is Awesome Ash Toys signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe. Check out the Patreon link in the video description below, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Stay happy collecting and check out the discount links in the video description as well. Bye bye.